The following video has been designed to show you how to set up and implement a simple yet effective stock control system in your salon. To get started, all you need is a bit of knowledge and someone with some time to set it all up. I won't lie and say it's an overnight procedure, but for the obvious benefits you'll receive when it's all in place, we do firmly believe it's a really worthwhile investment of your resources. The first step is to review your existing product database. And you'll need to ensure here that the product records you have set up in i-salon match exactly the products you have on the shelves in the salon. And you'll need to look at this from both a retail and a professional point of view. So to see exactly what you have in i-salon, you'll first of all need to print off the product listing report. And to do this, select the menu icon on the top left-hand side of the main i-salon screen. Then select the reports icon. Then select the master files icon. And finally select the product icon. You can use the relevant supplier buttons to select individual suppliers, or preferably use the Select All Products button at the very bottom left. Once a report opens up on your screen, you'll need to print a copy of it off onto your report printer by selecting the printer icon at the very top of the page. Once you've done this, you'll need to work your way manually through this report and use it to decide upon 5 key pieces of information for each product you want to keep. So first of all, you need to look at the min level for that particular product, which is your reorder level. Then the maximum level, which is the most you'd ever have on the shelves at any one time. Then the pack size, which is a number contained within a pack when you order them in from your supplier. Then the cost price, which is individual cost per item excluding VAT. And then finally the list price, which is the selling price of that product. So once you've written down all the changes you need to make on this report, you'll then be able to use it to make these changes within i-salon itself. And you'll need to do this in stages as follows. So to modify the information on an existing product record, select the menu icon on the top left-hand side of the main i-salon screen. Then select the Setup icon. Then select the Master Files icon. And then finally select the Setup Price List icon. Once the price book opens, you can select the Retail button towards the bottom right, and then locate the first product that you want to modify by selecting the Supplier button, the Supplier Line or Category button, and then finally the Product button itself. You can now amend any of the following fields as required. So the description, which is a full description of the product as it appears on all the reports and receipts. The button description, as you see it shown on the button at the till screen. The list price, which is the selling price of the product. The staff price if you use this particular feature. The cost price, which is the individual cost price of that product excluding VAT. And then the pack size, which is a number contained within a pack when you buy it in from your supplier. To delete or remove a product you no longer require, again select the menu icon on the top left-hand side of the main i-salon screen. Then select the Setup icon. Then select the Master Files icon. And finally select the Setup Price List icon. Select the Retail button from the main price book, and then locate the product you want to delete by selecting the Supplier button, the Supplier Line or Category button, and then the actual Product button itself. Products that have no history attached to them, i.e. they've never been sold through the system, can be removed using the Delete button. So you can try this option first, and if it does have a history attached to it, the following message will appear. So instead what you'll need to do is archive the product. And to do this, you'll need to remove the tick from the active box, and then place a tick in the archive box directly below that. And if it is selected, you also need to remove the tick from the stock control box as well. If when you were working your way through the report you discovered any products missing from your product database, now's the time to add these on. And to do this, you'll need to select the menu icon on the top left-hand side of the main i-salon screen. Then select the Setup icon. Then the Master Files icon. And finally the Setup Price List icon. And once a price book opens, select the Add Product button at the very bottom right, and a new blank product record will then appear. You'll then need to fill in all of the relevant fields accordingly. So the full name of the product goes in the description box, and then the button name goes in the button description box. Select the supplier and the supplier category, and then set the VAT to the standard rate. Select the relevant reporting code from the aspect box, and then type the selling price into the list price box. In the cost price box, type in the cost price excluding VAT, and then place a tick in the stock control box. Minimum and maximum stock levels are crucial to i-salon if you want the purchase order system to work correctly, because when an order is created in i-salon, it looks at the two of these fields plus the in stock field to determine exactly which products it needs to order and how many. So to clarify, the minimum level is your reorder level, and the maximum level is the most you'd ever have in stock at any one time. And only when the in-stock level drops below the minimum level will the product be included on an order. So to enter your minimum and maximum stock levels, select the menu icon on the top left-hand side of the main screen, then select the Setup icon, then select the Master Files icon, and finally select the Setup Price List icon. Select the product record by going into the supplier button, into the supplier line or category, and finally into the product button itself. Any stock control information relating to a product is stored on the top right hand corner of the record. So in the min level box you want to type in your reorder level, and in the max level box you want to type in the maximum stock level, and this is the most you would ever have in the salon at any one time. And then finally, and this is very important to do, place a tick in the stock control box. If you forget to do this, then this product won't appear on any of the stock reports you pull off in i-salon. So now you have all the necessary information in place and your product records have been updated, you can now carry out a full stock count of all the products in the salon. To help you with this, you can print off a copy of the stock take report. Select the menu icon at the top left hand side of the main screen, then select the reports icon, then select the stock icon, and finally select the stock take report icon. You can use the relevant supply buttons to select individual suppliers, or preferably use the Select All Products button at the very bottom. When the report's loaded up on screen, you can print a copy off by selecting the printer icon at the very top of the page, and then you'll need to go round and do a full count of all the products within the salon, and you can use the box alongside each product to write the amount in. The final step of the setup procedure is then to enter these stock take results into i-salon. To do this, select the menu icon on the top left hand side of the main screen, then select the stock icon, and finally select the stock take icon. Locate the first product by selecting the supplier button, the supplier line or category button, and finally the product button itself. The current stock level will be shown in the current stock level box, and you'll need to type in the actual stock level into the new stock level box. Once you've done that, select the green tick to save, and then repeat this for all other products. So now you've worked your way through the setup procedure. From this point forward, every product you sell through the till will be minused off of the in-stock level on the product record card. And as such, it does pretty much look after itself. However, there are items such as professional stock, i.e. colours, etc., that you won't be selling through the till but will still need to be minused off of the in-stock level. And the way we do this is via goods movement. So from the main screen, select the menu icon on the top left hand side, then select the stock icon, then select the goods movement icon. Now you need to tell i-salon why this item is being removed from stock. So select the Select Movement Type button and pick the relevant movement reason from the list. If you're at all unsure, the right hand column shows whether that goods movement reason will put the product into stock or take it out of stock. New reasons can also be added to this list as well if required, and full instructions on how to do this is shown on the i-salon user guide. Now we can locate the product that we're going to take out of stock by selecting the supplier line or category, and then the product itself. The quantity column shows us how many we're going to remove from stock, and the stock column shows us how many we have in stock at the current time. Select the green tick to save your changes. Something else you'll need to do to maintain stock control within i-salon is carry out a regular stock take. Now it does seem like a bit of a pain, but it's the only way you'll really manage to keep the data accurate. By doing a regular stock take, you'll ensure that what's on i-salon matches exactly what you've got in the shelves in the salon. And it's also a good way to highlight any mysterious stock disappearances you might have as well. So to carry out the stock take, you'll need to do exactly as we did at step 4, and that's print out the stock take report, go around and count the items on the shelves, and then you enter any adjustments you need to make in the stock take screen. So now, after all that hard work and effort, you're finally ready to create purchase orders on your system. So to do this, select the menu icon on the top left hand side of the main i-salon screen, then select the stock icon, and then select the purchase orders icon. Now select the reorder button at the very bottom of that screen and select the button name of the supplier that you want to create the order for. Now select the green tick to generate the order. i-salon will now look at the min, max and in-stock levels to determine exactly what needs to be ordered from this supplier, and a new order will be added to the bottom of the list of any existing orders on the system. Highlight the order and then select the Edit button at the very bottom of the screen to open it up. If you use purchase order reference numbers, you can type this into the order reference box at the very top right of the order. Otherwise, you may want to type in your initials instead. Select the drop-down arrow to the right of the wholesaler box and select the relevant supplier from the list. If the list is blank or the wholesaler that you need isn't shown there, you can add this by following the instructions in the i-salon user guide. Now you can make any amendments to the order as necessary. So to adjust the number ordered, select the number in the quantity box and then adjust it using the number pad that pops up. And to adjust the price, select the price of the product and then adjust the price in the box that pops up. Whenever you change the price of a product, a pop-up message will appear asking if it's a permanent change. So if you want to update the product record permanently, select the green tick. Otherwise, select the red cross instead. And to remove a product from the order, click on the description of the product and select the clear button. Once you're happy with the order, select the green tick to save, and the order will now move to the top of the list on a summary screen and will have a status of open. You can now print the order off by selecting the print button at the very bottom, and a copy of the order will then appear on screen for you. Select the printer icon at the very top of that report and you can print a copy off onto your report printer and either call it through to your supplier or hand it to the rep when they arrive. So to finish off, we're now going to have a look at what you do when the order is delivered to the salon. Once you've checked everything against the delivery note to make sure you haven't been short delivered anything, you'll need to then tell i-salon what has and hasn't been delivered as well. So to do this, you'll need to go back into the purchase order screen. So from the main menu, select the menu icon on the top left hand side of the main screen. Then select the stock icon, and then select the purchase order icon. Highlight the name of the order that's arrived, and then select the edit button on the very bottom right of that screen. When the order opens, select the Receive All button on the right hand side, and the numbers in the quantity column will then be transferred across into the received column. You can now make any changes to the amount that have been delivered in the received column alongside the relevant product. Simply click on the number in the received column, and when the number pad appears, amend the number accordingly. Select the green tick to save your changes, and if the supplier is going to automatically send on the items it missed off, select the green tick to put them on a back order so that i-salon can then mark the order as parked shipped. However, if you need to order them again, select the red cross and complete the order. The order will now appear on the summary screen as completed.